time for Acho's Macho Men. Dig it. Oh, yeah.
Jolly Jason Fitz backstage at SportsNation, waiting to talk to SportsNation's first ever individual tag team champion of the world. Coming off of a thrashing of the Cornettes last week, the Acho Man will be joining me to give us. In fact, the Acho Man is here now.
It's time for Acho's Macho Man. These are the most macho things that you'll see all week long. Oh, yeah. Starting with number one. We're going to go with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant put up 51 points. That's his most points as a net. He went crazy, put the team on his back in a huge win. KD was macho. He's got a gold medal and he's got 51 points. Go and put up a half a century mark on him. Get the glasses on. Oh, yeah. Get the bandana. Oh, yeah. Number two, we're going to go college basketball here. Jamal Shead, he had a loss to Alabama. He plays for Houston. You see Alabama lost. He's walking off, but watch what he does. If you want to talk about what's macho, what's really macho, this dude's picking up trash off the court. There's a huge mess. Like, that's real macho-ness, right? It's not about winning or losing. Sometimes it's about doing what matters, doing what's right. Oh, yeah. And last but not least, we're going to go NFL football. Even though they lost, Jakeem Grant had a 97-yard punt return touchdown, the first punt return touchdown of the year, also the longest for any Chicago Bear. This team had Devin Hester on it for years, so that's pretty impressive. And a 46-yard touchdown. He was macho. Oh, yeah. Aaron Rodgers doesn't own him, brother. Oh, yeah, he's pretty macho, brother. What do you think about that?
I think you should give me back my mic. I've got one gig here, Acho. Come on.
Well, I mean, guys, I'm over here too, so I think Macho can we leave Macho over there, bring over some Macho and talk Monday
Absolutely.
Night football?
Absolutely.
Little hurt that Fa La 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 Llama sweat and sweater didn't make me a Macho Man, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
I tried. I'm like a wannabe. I'm a wannabe macho man over here. Macho woman. I don't know. All right. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about the Rams. They're on a bit of a slide, losing 3 of the last 4 games. They're a team that's all in after getting Stafford, Miller, Beckham. How much pressure is on this team to succeed?
There's a good bit of pressure on this team, not only because of all the pieces that they added, but you think about the NFC, right? There's 3 teams right now that have 10 wins. A lot of teams are vying for those last really 2 playoff spots. San Francisco's on a tear. We've seen that Washington football team, even though they lost, they're still kind of getting up there. And so LA needs to win. I think they need to win now.
Well, The interesting thing to me is the other side of this, because I hear us every day talking about how there's not a great team in the NFL this year, and then I'm looking at the Cardinals that all they do is win. So what's it going to take for all of us to start taking the Cardinals seriously?
It's going to take time. It's going to take time. I think for the longest time, we haven't taken the Cardinals seriously. We know that in 2015, they went to the NFC Championship game, and that was great. And they lost to Carolina. But Arizona needs to prove it and prove it consistently week in and week out. Though they've been doing that, they still might not get their credit from the general public or the media. And that's okay. I played in Arizona for a couple years. You don't need the credit. Just win, baby, win. That's what I'm saying. And so I think Arizona right now arguably is the best team in the NFC. Obviously, Tampa Bay 10-3 as well. But I think that they may not get that credit because historically they don't have a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers, right? Kyler Murray's still trying to prove to the world he can stay healthy and be dominant.
Should historically, I know we got to move on, but should historically even matter? Like this year, this team, why do we care so much about what happened in old years?
Well, it should and it shouldn't, right? When you look at a quarterback like Tom Brady who's in your conference, in the NFC, history matters with him because you know he has 7 rings. You know what he's able to do. You look at a guy like Aaron Rodgers, even though he only has 1 ring, you've seen him get to the playoffs time and time again. So that's kind of why you say that history matters. Whereas Arizona, this is the best start since 2015, but people still don't believe because they haven't seen it. Last year, Kyler Murray was limping in a lot of ways towards the end of the season and didn't make the playoffs. We saw that. The year before, there was injuries. And so with Kyler, there's this mindset that he may not stay healthy. If he does, they should be fine. But even if he does, we haven't seen him dominate in the playoffs like other quarterbacks.
I mean, there's a lot to digest there. Sam, thank you for joining us. Thank you for bringing Macho as well.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.